Well, greetings and good morning, Masters University students. This is week number 6 in our business communications course here at the Masters University, Management 330. And this week we're going to be looking again at kind of the same thing that we've been looking at. We're going to be going into, I'm not even sure of the content, to be honest, but I'm going to go ahead and share a screen. Once again, though, you'll have a couple of grammar assignments. You will have a discussion post, and you will have some writing assignments. It's pretty much a standard, but I do believe you also have an exam that's followed up by an exam from last week. So kind of interesting that you'd have 2 exams in a row, but it is that way. So here we are in module number 6. I'll just select that. And I probably should have looked ahead at what you guys are going to be studying this week, but I know that it is, I guess I'm more focused on the assignments themselves, but you do have some reading. So if you go there to module number 6, reading, it'll show you that it's chapters 11 and 12. And then you're going to be looking at the lectures done by Dr. Beck. So make sure you watch those. He covers a lot. Oh, that one's not even letting me go in there. But the main thing here is just the assignments that you're going to be working on. So make sure that you do the 2 grammar assignments on chapters 11 and 12. And all of you have been doing great on this. Again, it's going to be some kind of punctuation that you need to do. I know last week you did hyphens. This week before, I think it was, you did colons and semicolons and things like that. So it's all just dealing with proper punctuation and sentence structure, things like that. So make sure you complete those. And then the big thing is, again, your writing assignments. So keep in mind that I'm giving you a lot of comments on your documents, and most of you are doing really well. Some of you are still forgetting that you're supposed to have a full signature block on an email, or that you don't need a signature block at all on a memo, things like that. So make sure that you're reading my comments, because if not, you're continuing to make the same mistakes. And the idea, of course, is to learn, and I'm giving you feedback so that you can learn what to look for in your writing assignments. And then, of course, you have your discussion post. This one's going to be on the glitch that happened last week, and you were requesting a refund, things like that. Well, now X3 is going to be putting out a post, and so you're actually going to be the one to write the post for that, and you want to make sure that you're not over-promising, things like that. Well, you're not going to write the post, but you're going to give your reasoning and your strategy as to how you would approach this from an X3's perspective. So that's what your discussion post will be on. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then again, you have your 3rd exam, but your 3rd exam is only on chapters 11 and 12. So just keep that in mind as you move through. All right. Have a great week, everybody. If you need anything, please let me know. If you have prayer requests, please let me know. But keep up the good work. Looking forward to wrapping up. We have 3 weeks to go. And just again, to keep in mind that as you move into your final week in 2 weeks from now, you do have a formal oral report. You do have a formal written sales report. And then you do have a final discussion post, which is personal questions. And you do have another writing assignment, which is, I think, requesting a reference for a job. And then, of course, your final exam. So don't put off some of those bigger projects until the last week, or if you do, clear your schedule from other things so that you can get that done. And if you have multiple classes, you're going to have things due in all your classes, and then you're trying to get all that done. So you might want to kind of get started early. Again, your oral report and your written report should not be the same thing. It's certainly going to be very much similar, but you should never write a report and then read your report for your presentation. That is not a business presentation. Maybe write your report and then take the outline of your report and use that to give your presentation. And that way you're speaking, as your book mentions, extemporaneously. You're not reading it. You're not just, I've literally had students read their written report for their oral report, and that's not an oral report. So you got to record yourself giving it. Ideally, you would use PowerPoint and put a PowerPoint presentation together and then use that to give your presentation. You should be able to record all of that in PowerPoint, yourself giving the presentation. That's the way to get the highest score. When I took this class, when I was at the Masters University, we had to actually do in-class presentations. So we had to do a PowerPoint and the written report, and we had to bring them both, give our presentation, hand in the report. And so in this environment, it's a little more difficult to do that, but you can record yourself in PowerPoint. And so I would encourage you to consider doing that to get the best score on your oral report. And by the way, these are both worth 20% of your grade. So that's challenging. So make sure you get those done and get started on the early. All right. Sorry to take so long going over this, but have a great week. Praying for you all. And if you need anything, please reach out.